Is it not the strangest thing in the world that there is a disease that has you spend all your money? Welcome to bipolar mania.
My name is Joëlle Pouliot. I'm a journalist and a mental health advocate, and I also live with bipolar disorder. Money and mental health issues almost always coincide. During my first few manic phases, I spent tens of thousands of dollars, gained and lost numerous jobs, and I ended up on the verge of homelessness. But I wasn't the only one impacted by my financial troubles. For caregivers, supporting loved ones emotionally and financially can be one of the biggest challenges of someone getting better.
On a background of handwritten journal pages laid out side by side, letters in black ink form the word better. Episode 4, Money and Mental Health.
So certainly, money and money issues can be actually a very important factor in how somebody is doing with respect to their mental illness. And also, sometimes we could almost say like a large area of conflict with caregivers.
There's a lot of grandiose thinking with mania, and so the spending is just hand in hand with that. It's bizarre.
Everyone deals with money stress, but for those suffering from mental health issues, money can be a major trigger. Whether it's the stress of being unable to work due to depression or anxiety, or with extreme spending during bipolar mania. Reading back through my journals, I can tell the moments where I was going into a manic phase.
Sean, Joëlle's brother.
I remember Joëlle spending thousands and thousands of dollars on clothes. But this is money that she didn't have, but she felt that she did have, thinking she will make tons of money in the future.
It's irrational. You can't control it. I still remember the first time I was hospitalized at Louis H. Lafontaine. The psychiatrist asked me if when I entered a store, I'd buy all the green things. I had a fixation on green. I bought 300 plants that summer. One at a time, it seemed normal, but by the end of the summer, my psychiatrist and I established that it was an episode of hypomania.
Obsessions and grandiose thinking are clear signs of mania, but in the end, big ideas aren't enough to save you.
I think for caregivers, you can run into this situation where you want to make sure that the person's basics are covered, but it's almost like you no longer trust them with cash.
She went through all her money, and actually she sort of did that 2 rounds of that. And by the second time, the family understood, like, oh, okay, this is part of the disease, and it's just gonna keep going like this. The only way to stop this is for Joëlle to go through personal bankruptcy.
The truth is, if we don't financially support her, it would be an even bigger struggle. We learn to assess when she needs financial support and when she spends too much.
Mental illness makes it difficult to manage your money. You're asking someone who's already living with a low energy level, anxiety, or depression to be an ultimate budget shopper. But it also makes it difficult to have a career or make money.
When you're on leave of absence or on disability for any kind of mental issue, the thing is that you ask yourself, will anyone believe me? Because I don't have any cast, I don't have anything on me that shows that I have a disease. It's all inside my head.
Bipolar disorder has had a huge impact on my studies and my career, or the lack of a career. I was 19 when I started college. I was forced to stop studying for several years because of my illness. I have accumulated a lot of student debt because of it.
One of the main reasons people won't go and seek help, mainly in the workplace, is because they are afraid of being judged. Even though there are services available, people won't go and seek help because they don't want their employers to know that they ask for help.
So what are the options for caregivers who want to ensure that their loved ones are covered financially? For me, bankruptcy was an extreme way to protect myself from manic spending. For others, it could mean taking advantage of workplace programs, applying to government disability assistance, or even working with your caregivers to find a balance that works for both.
We need to look at measures where things begin to get either in a collaborative fashion controlled from the outside. So I have worked with families where a family member says, I can dole money out for you, or I can take over paying your rent, but you have to ensure that you do this and this with me.
In the workplace, we need to do a better job at breaking down stigmas. We need to do a better job of educating our workers about what is mental health versus mental illness. And we need to do a better job at getting the information out there so when people need help, they know where to go and they will get help quickly.
Millions of Canadians care for loved ones suffering from mental illness. There are resources available to help. Visit relief.ca/better. Described video by Mel's.